Hey, Dusty, do you have a Game 4 starter yet? And if
No, not yet. And some of it might depend on, tomorrow's game, how it goes. And so we're kind of still wrestling with between a couple guys.
Good, Adam.
Dusty, as best you can tell from the flight and the workout, what's the feeling of the guys after a 1-1 split as the series shifts here?
Hey, the feeling is good. I mean, we decided to come in this morning, get up this morning, versus coming in late last night. Workout was a little abbreviated because of how we got here and what time, and we were supposed to give the field to them at 4 o'clock. I think we had about an hour's worth of trying to learn the field and sight lines and, get accustomed to the outdoors and the weather. And so, things are good. I mean, we've been here. It's warmer than when we were here in April because it was freezing in April when we came through here. But, the mood is good.
We'll go over to Matt on the right.
Hi, Dusty. Depending on how tomorrow goes, would Verlander on short rest be a potential option for Game 4?
Probably not, because you have to, try to keep him on the best rest that you can. And also, you don't want to take a chance on hurting a guy. You know what I mean? And so, everybody has a job to do, and everybody has as part of this team that you depend on, and you try to make guys as important, feel as important as possible, and that they're all part of this.
Go to Brian.
how different does this postseason feel in terms of your starting pitching? You had like 7 guys last year. I mean, Javier's been a little iffy, and then you might have to have you possibly could start a rookie in Game 4, but it just seems like it. It might be a little bit of a wild card with your starting pitching compared to last year.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little different. It's a little different. Every year is different. We started the year not knowing that we were going to lose Garcia from the very beginning, not knowing that we were going to lose, Urquidy from the very beginning, not knowing that we were going to lose Lance from the very beginning. So we've mixed and matched and pieced it together, and the best that we could, and the best with the ability, that we have, and we'll continue, to do that. It helps to have Verlander and Urquidy and Framber at the top of your rotation. But the last two to three starts, Javier's been excellent. He's been very good.
Adam, go ahead.
Dusty, the weather conditions obviously be pretty similar to what they were out here today for the workout. Mm-hmm. The shadows, do you expect that to be a bit of a factor?
Well, that's always a factor more than the weather, I think. There's two things. The shadows, you really can usually pick up the breaking ball. You see it's kind of from experience, the sun doesn't help and the lights don't help, and you can't see the dot on the breaking ball to determine between the breaking ball and the fastball. And that's where the major difference comes in, the speed differential, and it's tough on the hitter, it's tough on the umpire, and it's probably not goes to most pitchers, in the shadows. So, I'm just hoping that there's no wind, because that adds another factor in there that's tough to deal with.
Good, Dan.
Hey, Dusty, that game in April, there was definitely some shadow issues. What do you remember about that? And I think Maldonado had maybe 2 off the glove even.
Yeah. Well, I remember. I mean, nobody can see, and I just hope nobody, gets plunked. Nobody gets hit in a situation, as you don't have much time to get out of the way of things, especially if you don't see. So I'm just hoping that we play a good, clean game, which I anticipate. But the shadows are a factor, and they're always a factor, especially when you're playing fall baseball, because the sun's setting lower and it's setting earlier, and we're way north. I mean, we're not as far north as Seattle, I don't think, or Canada or Alaska, but we're north.
Go to Jeff in the middle.
Dusty, Javier is a fastball first guy, and I know fastballs can be a little bit easier to pick up on shadow days than breaking balls. Does that at all change the approach with regards to the pitch mix?
Can't tell you that, Jeff. They might be listening. You know what I mean? I mean, it's impertinent that you get your off-speed secondary stuff over, you know? And, but it's impertinent that you get your secondary pitches over against Minnesota, especially.
Go Bobby on the left.
Dusty, just kind of what are the challenges that Sonny Gray presents?
Well, Sonny knows how to pitch, and Sonny's not scared. And I've been watching Sonny for a long time. I've been watching Sonny when he was with Oakland, watched Sonny when he was with Cincinnati, Yankees. You know, he's been around a while. The guy knows how to pitch, and him and Graveman, I didn't know that they were such close buddies. So, and they're Southern boys, and Southern boys usually don't be too scared.
Go to Brian.
You've been asked a lot about your home and how come you guys didn't play as well as home. But what about on the road? What do you think this team has been so comfortable on the road? Because you've seen it plenty of times when you got swept by the Yankees. You go on the road and beat the Rangers. You go to Atlanta and sweep that series. What do you think that they just are able to rise to that occasion on the road?
Well, that's one thing I asked them in spring training, to be the best road team in the league. I wish I'd asked them to be the best road and home team in the league, but I didn't. I assumed that we were going to be a good home team. And, I've tried to think about it. I know it was easier for me to play on the road because there weren't any distractions. All you do is just think about the game, sleep, and eat. There's no, go to the laundry or the bank. I know my daughter used to wake me up, like, when I was at home, like 5 o'clock, tell me the sun was up. You know what I mean? And I was like, that's good, honey. And I could never go back to sleep. But on the road, I could turn my phone off. I can just sleep and feel rested and just think about baseball and baseball only.
Go around the far right, Dusty.
Dusty, you spoke before Game 1 about how the Twins Game 1 starter, kind of shifted some of your lineup decisions. How do you see a guy like Yainer Diaz making an impact, or fitting him in through the rest of the series?
Well, I mean, everybody, that's a universal question. You can only play 9 guys at a time. When I got Michael back, it cut down some of his playing time in the DH role, and then the fact that our 3 main starters are usually caught by Maldi, and you want experience in the playoffs and World Series. And I pulled up something. There's only been one catcher since 2010 that was a rookie or inexperienced catcher, was Buster Posey, who was Johnny Bench Player of the Year when he was in college, that honed his skills in college, where Yainer learned his skills through a very advanced course to the big leagues, but is more advanced on his bat than it was on his catching knowledge, which isn't his fault. I mean, experience does matter. So, matter of fact, Yainer was supposed to play in the first game if it was Ryan, because I got matchup sheets, but then they changed to Ober, and then he was supposed to play. He's supposed to catch in Arizona, but J.P. Francis' wife got sick, so there's an emergency, so he got scratched there, and he's DHing tomorrow because of the matchup that Sonny Gray is better most of the time against left-handers and right-handers.
Go to Matt.
I was just going to ask if you plan to have Brantley in there tomorrow, but you said Diaz DH tomorrow.
And then Brantley will be in there, the next day and the next day if necessary.
Go Adam in the middle.
Dusty, we don't often get to see you in street clothes. How often do you wear your ring?
Not very often. And I wear this one a lot more than I wore my other one with the Dodgers, 81. My fingers were a lot skinnier then. The other one doesn't fit. And so I wear this one, you know, like my daughter used to watch She-Ra when you want some power.
So some significance for wearing it on the strip.
No, I was wearing it yesterday. It didn't work. And sometimes I wear it when I want to, feel like a champion. And I got a few friends around that, want to see it. So, like I said, I don't wear that often. It's big, it's beautiful, but I'm recognized enough, and I want to have this on. Then it's a topic of conversation. I'd rather not be recognized. If you recognize me, fine. If you don't, I'm not gonna show off where, Plus, sometimes it snags on my clothes, So.
Anything else for Dusty? All right, one more, Brian.
You mentioned Graveman earlier. Is he doing anything as far as throwing?
No, I don't know yet, Brian. I mean, he's here, and I haven't checked with the trainer. I mean, sometimes when the guys, you get tired of asking them, and they get tired of being asked, and you tend to spend more time with the living than that can help you today versus guys that can't help you until tomorrow. We hope so.
How's the group? Obviously, you guys have been a lot of DS's never quite 1-1 going on the road. What's the mindset of the squad?
Oh, everyone's doing great. Flew in today, great flight. Got a good workout in, and come tomorrow, everyone will be ready to go.
Go to Brian.
You guys have been asked a lot about it at home, how you haven't played so well as you'd want to, but you played really well on the road. Is there anything to that to where that you can pinpoint? Because it seems like the home record, no one really had an idea of why it was like it was. What about the road?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know every single person in that clubhouse is motivated to go out and play well tomorrow. We know they have a tough team, but we're confident in our team as well. I don't really know anything about the road, to be honest with you.
Go to Matt on the right.
Hey, Alex. Dusty said that they've yet to sort of settle on a Game 4 starter, but for you, just what's kind of the level of confidence in whoever does end up going out there, whether it's Urquidy or one of the rookies?
I'd say our complete focus is on tomorrow's game. Honestly, I don't think anyone's thinking about a Game 4 or Game 5. It's all about tomorrow. We got to go and play well tomorrow, and tomorrow's the biggest game of the season.
Go to Adam.
Realizing that none of us are professional hitters, as best you can you explain the issues that the shadows cause here and the blown out backdrop when the sun splashed?
No excuses. You got to go out and execute.
Anything
Shadows
else
are
for Alex?
Shadows, but you got to execute. It's the playoffs. Nobody feels bad. You get the job done.